guys, welcome back to my channel, Claudie Cooks.
Now this week is a special week. It's Mum's birthday, and so I thought, Mum, you take a day off, no cooking for you. This week on your channel, we're gonna bake you a birthday cake. Yeah?
Yep.
Now, Mum, what flavour birthday cake would you like?
Red velvet.
Okay, we can do that. So just stick with us and watch us make my mum a red velvet birthday cake. Let's go.
Yeah!
So first things first, we need buttermilk. We use milk and vinegar. We mix it together and we set it to one side for about 10 minutes, giving the milk and the vinegar time to react, to curdle, making the perfect consistency buttermilk to use later on in the recipe. If you don't have vinegar, you can use lemon juice. Now to our large mixing bowl, we're going to add butter, sugar, oil and some vanilla. Start the mixer on low and cream everything together until nice and fluffy. Now for the dry ingredients, we need flour and some cocoa powder. We need to sift that together and give that a good old mix. Now for the wet mix, we're going to use our homemade buttermilk and some red food gel. And we're going to mix that together until it's nicely combined. To a separate bowl, I'm going to crack my eggs. These will be added to the butter mix one at a time. I always avoid adding the eggs directly into the mixture just in case one of them is bad or shell gets in there. Look how pale and fluffy this butter mixture is now. This is the perfect time to add your eggs one at a time, making sure that you're scraping down the sides so that everything's getting mixed together properly. Now the method we're doing here is the dry, wet, dry method. So as you can see, I've added in a cup of my dry mix, which is then followed by a bit of my wet mix. And I repeat this method until we end up finishing on the dry. So we do dry, wet, dry, wet, dry, and then we're done. Now for the raising agent here, we're using baking soda, quickly followed by some vinegar. Now as soon as you see it bubble, turn that mixer on. So get that mixing on high for a few seconds and that is it. Your batter is ready for those tins. Now to 3 line grease 4-inch tins, I divided equally the cake mix. Then I gave them all a good old tap to release any air bubbles. Ready for the oven, 180 degrees for 25 minutes. And that's it. See you in 25 minutes, cakes. Can't wait. While the cakes are baking, we'll make our cream cheese frosting, which is a classic pair with red velvet. So we're going to sieve our icing sugar. And to a bowl, we are going to cream together some butter and some cream cheese and let that whip for a few minutes until it's nicely combined. Once that's creamed together nicely, we're going to add our icing sugar in, a spoonful at a time. Then we'll add our vanilla and salt, orange juice, and the zest of a whole orange. Delicious! Mix that together and hey presto, cream cheese frosting with an orange twist. Now that the sponges have baked, leave them on a wire rack to cool for at least 10 minutes. I also like to chill my cakes for a couple of hours to firm up, which makes them easier to cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm just cutting off all the tops to make everything nice and even. So when we're stacking the cake is nice and straight. Now it's time to stack and decorate that cake. I put some cream cheese frosting on the board so it acts as a glue between the board and the cake. Now cream cheese frosting can be quite a soft frosting, so I always use a thickened cream cheese frosting around the border and then the softened cream cheese in the middle. This way we get a nice sturdy frosting to support all the layers of sponge. Sorry guys, just check out how nice and spongy this cake is. It's so soft. And using a palette knife, we're just going to smooth out all that frosting on the cake, removing all the excess, making it nice and smooth. Sorry guys, I forgot to film myself crumb coating the cake. Make sure once you've crumb coated it, that you put it in the fridge for 10 minutes to firm up. Crumb coating is very important because it locks the crumbs in. So when you do the final coat, like what I'm doing here, you don't have the crumbs poking through and ruining the aesthetics of the cake. So as you can see, I've put all the buttercream around the cake and then I'm using my bench scraper to scrape all the excess away and create a nice flat top. Once you're happy with the coverage of buttercream around your cake, put some buttercream into a piping bag with any nozzle that you choose and then do some nice buttercream swirls along the top of the cake. keep some of my red velvet cake spare so that I can grate it to create that nice classic red crumb along the side of the cake. It just really finishes off a red velvet cake and makes it just look so traditional. It's quite a messy job, but don't worry, it's nothing that a palette knife can't fix. Ta-da! And there you have it, our simple, easy to make red velvet cake.
Guys, look at this. It's a pity I can't give you a slice of it, but I'm sure you can watch the video and you can replicate this cake. It's delicious.
Yeah, and I think we should sing my mum happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Claudette.
Happy birthday to you. Oh, we should have said happy birthday, Claudie Cooks.
Yeah!
Happy birthday, Claudie Cooks. See you next week. Bye.